Well, let's talk bodies of water. You might say to yourself, I've heard this one before a year or so ago, but it's not a repeat. A billionaire is planning to build a deep-sea submersible to go down to see the Titanic.
Well, now wait a minute.
We've been down this
I
road.
know, it hadn't been a year since,
this
it has not been a year since those 5 souls imploded in that submersible.
But that was bad, wasn't it?
That was shoddy workmanship.
That submarine had been tested and tried and had already been used several times, and it was
everybody
worn
said
down.
it was made up. He broke rules. He didn't even. It wasn't
certified by a certain body.
No. And he said, we're doing it on the cheap and all that stuff.
It was shoddy.
It was awful.
So the newest person to throw his hat into the ring is Larry Connor. He hired Patrick Leahy to design a $20 million vessel that can make the 2.3-mile trip down to the ship and then back up to another 2.3 miles time and time again. Connor wants the world to know, and this is his overall message, that the ocean is powerful, the ocean is unpredictable, but if you build ships the right way,
Yes.
it's perfectly safe.
Yes.
So Mr. Connor called Mr. Leahy just a few days after the Ocean Gate submersible imploded last year. And he said, build a better one. And so this other guy had been designing it for decades. He says within the past 5 years, the materials and the technology made it more easy to construct.
Yeah.
If you got the money, you can build it right.
There's no way. This goes without saying that anyone in their right mind should step on this thing.
No.
Who would do this?
Why?
The new one?
Yeah, because we've already seen. We've seen.
This guy's going to, I would imagine that Connor wants to submit it to the most rigorous of testing standards.
Well, I'm sure you're right, but no way. I mean,
he's not going to invite anybody. It's him and the other guy, the guy who built it and him. The guy who bankrolled it and built it, they're going down first.
Well, he'll be on it second. James Cameron.
Oh, yeah.
James Cameron.
His name is James Cameron, the bravest pioneer. No budget too steep, no sea too deep. Who's that? It's him, James Cameron. James Cameron, explorer of the sea, with a dying thirst to be the first. Could it be? Yeah, it's him, James Cameron.
I'm sure he's already said, put me on the thing. All these billionaires will line up to do it. Yeah. Well, I tell you, I mentioned this at the time. The one that went down a year ago that exploded, it was so awful. I saw a news report that said the reason that was they had different types of materials. A lot of it was glass, because you could see out and see the Titanic.
The idea.
And therefore, with the different pressures on it, one part of it would go, and that's it. I mean, the pressure was so severe that the glass part would implode.
Yeah, imagine, 2.3 miles down the pressure.
I mean, God, yeah.
And they lived for a little while, I think, didn't they?
Is that right?
Before,
I thought they
heard like a ping.
They heard a ping every 30 minutes which is a naval thing.
No, I mean the people inside. I thought they heard like a rivet burst.
They did, but the people on the surface heard a like a clank every 30 minutes, which is supposedly a naval sort of code that you give a bang every 30 minutes, and that way we know you're alive.
I think all that was debunked, and they were just literally exploded.
Oh, I heard it the other day.
Did you really?
Yep.
But how could that be?
Yeah, it
I mean, the
imploded
pressure's so great.
Because it lasted just long enough.
But are you saying they heard an issue knowing it was going to explode, so they started pinging?
We're down here and we're alive, and
I think I do it more than every 30.
That's how they. But that's a naval code. That
Stop!
Hello.
You're not helping.
I would bang
Send
on
the ship.
Guys, only every 30 minutes. I don't think they're...
What?
Yeah.
Don't go down.
One
dummy.
ping every
30 minutes? All right, throw one.
We're running out of air.
Yeah.
Give me an episode of Friends, and at the end of it, we'll put it.
And
what difference does it make?
I thought they had just come out with the final report where it was pretty much that it just boom.
Just vapor.
Like you're not even a person anymore. You're just vapor.
But I'm wondering if they knew it was going to happen.
I think
they couldn't do anything.
I bet they heard the ship starting to implode.
Yeah,
and
and so they might have given that signal at
like
that
a
point.
rivet was breaking.
Probably so.
In that case, I'd have said, let's go
They
up.
could-
Let's
they-
go on up.
they could.
Take her
There's
up.
no going up.
Take her up.
There's no going up.
That was the
It
problem.
wasn't working.
The thing was
It was dead.
awful.
Dead in the water.
And at least for me, I know other people don't think like this. I would never trust anything down there next to. I would never do that.
You don't belong down there.
No, I wouldn't do that. But
Ask
others will.
Ask those people on the Titanic.
Yeah, others will. I mean, they'll
Don't
go.
come down here.
Mm-hmm.
But if you don't have the windows to see the Titanic, what's the
point?
point? Right? Why do
You're
it?
going to watch it on
Then
a
it's
TV
a submarine.
screen.
Yeah, exactly.
Would you have would a camera operate at that pressure? outside
I don't even
the
know.
machine?
Well, now when they went down to get,
I mean, we've seen images of
Those
Titanic.
are, those
Right,
are,
you
those
see
are
it.
on little mini
You see it.
submarines.
They are, yeah.
And those don't need air in them. You don't have to. It doesn't have to survive what's in there. Just the camera has to stay dry.
They're unmanned.
Mm-hmm.
They're unmanned.
So that's what they send down to see images of the
That's
Titanic.
what James Cameron sent down.
I thought James Cameron himself has not been down.
His name is James Cameron.
Of course he has.
Yeah, he has.
He's been down.
Been down.
Too steep, no sea too deep. Who's that? It's him, James Cameron.
Yeah, I think he's been down there.
Yeah, he has.
So he's piloted down and come back up.
But once, right?
First, could it be? That's him, James Cameron.
I mean, I guess it shows you can do it.
Yeah, it can be done. But this guy was Kelly's right. I mean, it's shoddy work.
This guy was doing it like without really. Remember, he even was on CBS
Yeah, he showed it. He's
News
like-
showing like, oh, I built this from a
He bragged about it.
vacuum. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the whole thing was he was doing it for like tourist reasons.
Correct.
Yeah. So I think James Cameron went with like an actual crew.
But
that knew
now
what they were
his
doing.
claim was the windows let you see the and I think with James Cameron at the very least there was a tiny window
Yeah.
or just cameras.
And you got to be loaded. The craft has to be loaded with light because you can't see anything.
You gotta have
2
light.
miles under the ocean.
Now,
Pitch black.
at the beginning of the movie Titanic, is that a real thing where you go down and you can then like put a robot out on it? You know what I'm talking
I think
about?
so.
I do too.
Yeah, I do think that's
That
that's real.
seemed
absolutely
legit to me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. You know how they do that? They go out. They went all the way down. They had that robot going and like
Yeah.
trying to find the diamond and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know most of what I know about Titanic from the movie. From the movie.
Well, that's James Cameron.
and an afternoon at that museum in Tennessee.
Oh, where you touch,
Pigeon Forge.
yeah, and you touched that bucket of ice, and they said, "Here, this is going to be cold."
Well,
And it
they said this is the water temperature. Don't. That water.
Well, I have that at home.
You didn't.
There's a walk-in cooler at the Sheetz gas station where all the beer is.
Mm-hmm.
I bet it's the same temp.
Yep.
Okay, it's very, very cold.
Is this actually from the ocean? No, it's from the tap right over there.
We froze it last night.
They put ice
Put
in
some
it.
ice cubes
They
in it.
put a lot of ice in it.
It's penguin ice from the convenience store.
Unbelievable.
Is that the pellet ice? I love the pellet ice.
I
Unbelievable.
love the pellet ice.
You put
Did you,
pellet.
did you study
the
ice?
What'd you pay to go in that?
$29.95.
A person?
A bargain. Yes, a person, and it was a bargain.
Was there a gift shop?
Yes, there's a gift shop.
Did
yeah.
your wife load up?
Yeah, we loaded a lot. We loaded up, and we went to the Crime Museum right across the street.
Which had a better gift shop?
My wife would say the Crime Museum. Remember, that's where my wife was next to the Bronco.
The
Yeah.
Bronco.
The Bronco.
The Bonnie and Clyde
The
car?
Bonnie and Clyde car and others. Let me get my pictures. Let me get to my.
Well, we don't need
Don't
pictures.
make me get my
Let
pictures.
me get my pictures.
We don't want to see vacation
I'll
pictures.
show you all these photographs.
We don't want to see your slides.
Oh, let me get to all photos.
Hang on, it's not working.
Those things never work.
It was working
Yeah.
before you got here.
It needs a new bulb.
What everybody loves. Now this is the car that OJ drove. Now this is real fascinating. This is Bonnie and Clyde's car. Model A.
Do they have the car from The Godfather where poor Sonny got shot up at the
Yeah,
toll
they
booth?
have all those things.
Of course, that's fake.
That's the Crime Museum. When did we go? I'll get it. Don't worry. I'll
No, that's
find it.
okay.
I'll get my pictures in there. The point is, I would never ever go down in the
A submersible.
submersible like that. Not
If
after
the
that one blew
submersible
up.
went down and came up, I wouldn't want to go on the second trip.
No way.
Of it.
I would
Every time it takes a trip,
Mm-hmm.
I'd have a bad feeling about it.
Yeah, no, thank you. Not for me, thanks.
Mm-mm.
But my wife in front of that OJ Bronco, man, she's never been happier.
Yeah.
Memories.
She's never. That's a fact. She has never been happier than when she's in front of that Bronco. You see our wedding photo, she's not smiling as much.
Yeah.
No, why would she?
Did you get like a 2-for-1 or 2? When you went to the Titanic Museum and then right across the street to the Crime Museum.
Yeah, you buy
Yeah.
you get a little discount when you go there. Yeah. When did we go? 2022? I'm looking for my pictures now.
Was it COVID time?
It was not last year, was
It
it?
must have been 2022 when we went
I
there.
think it's 2022.
Oh, you're right. There's my pictures now. There's Dollywood, and there's the bear, and there's
There's our rental car.
now I'm seeing my wife in front of the Bronco, and there's my wife in front. There she is with that was the killer who's so good looking. What was his name?
Oh,
mm-hmm.
Ted Bundy?
Ted Bundy.
Yeah, his
Volkswagen?
car.
That's the Ted Bundy Volkswagen.
He drove a Beetle?
Yeah, he drove a Beetle. There it is.
Son of a bitch.
There it is.
Yeah.
That's my car.
She stole your car, man.
That's right. He drove a Beetle. She's in front of that.
I
Boy,
say get the keys to that Bronco. Let's open her up out of the 5.
there I am on the stairs of the Titanic. You think I'm not?
Oh, yeah.
That's
Look
on the
at you.
stairs.
Yeah.
That's on the
Y'all
stairs.
met at the clock.
Yes, we did. Yes, we did. You turn right. You don't think I know this stuff?
I count. Meet me at the clock.
I know this stuff. Oh yeah, there's.
I assume that you studied the Titanic in school. I work part-time here, man.
Right. That's good stuff.
I got another job at Subway.
Oh, there she is with the Bronco. Look at her face, just lit up. She has
Look at how happy she is.
Kid at Christmas.
in front of the Bronco. Oh yes.
That smile,
Wonderful.
toothy.
What? Oh yes.
You-
Okay.
You got that framed in the house over the mantle?
over the mantle.
Is that going to be her like her picture for CrimeCon that they put on the badge?
Yeah.
Oh, you haven't been to the crime museum? Take a look at this.
Maybe I haven't seen this. She could panel up there. She could lead one of those
Is
discussions.
CrimeCon getting closer?
Yes, this week.
This week?
Really?
Yes, this week. Yes.
So she's traveling,
She's traveling this week. Yes. This week is CrimeCon. She's off.
meaning you're on your own.
I'm on my own for this week, and
On my own.
I've made a few plans. We don't.
Well.
This makes a ton of sense on why you're so tense this morning. It's all like it's amazing. I wish there was a way to rewind time and just flash to my face because it all makes sense.
Now
There
Biggie
is
has
so-
solved the mystery.
Yeah.
There is so much money being spent that you don't approve of right now.
Oh yes.
Like,
That's
don't
why
even-
you yelled at your daughter.
That's why you yelled at your daughter. You're just
Probably,
tense because right now, I mean, the visas just swipe.
We are talking. Yes, CrimeCon is happening this week. That's right.
you want
But
the
you
Comfort Plus in this airplane? Yes.
Yes.
Doing all of that.
Upgrade.
I told her
Upgrade
enjoy
everything.
Enjoy your trip. Enjoy your trip.
It all makes sense
This
now.
is her trip. I went on my trip. I went to sleepaway camp with my friend. We went to Friday the 13th camp. And
You do
that's
your
fun.
thing?
I did my thing.
And you got the middle of the day to yourselves now. To yourself.
That wasn't even a consideration.
Oh, come on. It's a little
You think?
inconsideration.
Is it time to send the girl to sleepaway camp of her own?
Who?
Aren't you 16 yet?
Yeah.
Don't you have a
I
car?
got her out of the house. We got a few
Who do you
things
think
going
you'll see more over the next several days, us or your children?
on. Oh, you. Definitely you.
Everyone will just exist
Yes,
around each other.
Exactly.